Us, blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are walking around and they do not realize that they have a nation. But you do. Sometimes we can take that gift for granted, Con. We can take that thing for granted. But we have a nation. What does that mean? That means we have a culture, which y'all are enjoying. We got music. But most of all, what? We have a God. Con? Now with that comes responsibility. It comes your discipline or your religion. That's what religion is. It's your discipline. And what does the God that we serve require? We know that he has laws. We know that he has a son that's our savior. We know that he has prophets that's deep. And all of that is deep and spiritual. But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing as a nation. Y'all with me so far? Y'all tracking me? All right. I promise I ain't going to be long-winded. Listen to me. In Psalms 133, the Lord said that the unity of brethren, there is nothing better than that. Y'all know that scripture? And in the New Testament, Paul told us in Romans 12, he said that we have to honor each other in brotherly love. What? Preferring one another. That's something we ain't figured out yet. It has to become against our religion to disrespect one of our own people. Y'all hear me? It has to become against our culture to be violent towards one of our own. We gotta always see the humanity in one of our brothers and sisters like the other nations see in theirs. They got no quarter when it comes to you. They cruel, they impatient when it comes to you. And when we looking for love, some of our own brothers have become like the nations to try to separate themselves from the hurt that come with what we come from. But you can't escape that thing. You got to heal it. You got to accept it, embrace it, and what the Lord say? You got to show brotherly love with affection towards one another. All right? Sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes we look at our own as the enemy also. So you got the enemies all around you, and then you got your own brother looking at you the same way. We can't have that, Khan. It has to become against our God to be disrespectful to one another. We got to look at another brother that look like us, another sister that look like us, and say it's a part of my religion to love and honor you. Okay? For me to serve my God properly, I got to love you. We got to do it like that, Israel. We got to watch how we talk about each other. The things that we say, these words carry meaning. And we got to be mighty to build each other up. What is our culture and our music that they giving to us in these last days, man? It ain't building us up. So we got to be able to do that for each other, because y'all are the ones that are aware that what? You got a nation. Say that. Say nation. You have a nation. All right? You're not carrying a flag that come with your slavery. You're not carrying a flag that come with you being the last. Your needs being the last. You walking with the banner of Zion. That means you are what? Deuteronomy 7:6. You above all what? Nations. So you got to live and walk in that truth, man. So an event like this is so powerful because, and this is what I tell the brothers in the camp all the time, when you get around your people in a circumstance like this, receive the love that you're getting. Don't be competitive. Don't be trying to shine. When brothers come and dap you, take that in and receive that graciously and let it build you up. Let it increase your battery, your spiritual battery, man. So all of this love that's being passed around, let it wash over you in the name of our Lord, Khan. And what that's going to do, that's going to heal you. Okay? We become too callous because the world is hard and it's impatient with us and it's hard on us. We become too callous. So when we get an event like this and you can let your guard down, go ahead. All right? Let that love wash over you and let it heal your body, man. Let it heal your mind. All right, look at these children playing. I heard a brother earlier who was rhyming. He said this is like the kingdom. Look at the children happy and playing. Us as adults, we need some happiness too, man. And you know where you're going to find it? With your nation. That's where you're going to find it, all right? You're looking for love? Go to your people. You're looking for respect? Go to your people. Because it should be readily given to you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right, I ain't trying to bore y'all to death. My name is Brother Joel. Brother Yahweh Awesome called me. I represent the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Because y'all needs and how y'all feel is at the top of my list, man. We ain't got no politician we can run to. Ain't no politician we can run to. We can't go to him because he got to put everybody's needs or he can't win. So we can't look to him for healing us. Ain't no preacher or pastor we can run to because they don't know the scriptures. They don't understand that they have a nation, right? They don't even know that they the people of the book. So where are we going to go to get that nourishment that we need that the scriptures say? All right? It says the Most High is in the heavens. He has done whatsoever he has pleased. And it pleased him in these last days that you should know who you are. Okay? So we're going to take that humbly and mercifully in the name of his son, who gave that sacrifice so we can stand here right now. We're going to be gracious and we're going to spread what? Love to one another, God. And what we're going to do, we're going to represent our what? Our nation. All right? That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Live longer. Yeah.
Placed in a timeline a long time ago. I'm just trying to figure out where I fit. I see the world for what it is. Down to the gates of hell we descend, serving the gods of our fathers without no need to repent. We morally blinded, looking for water in dry deserts. With our efforts we apply more pressure. Who be praying for me? Trying to pull out some pleasure from pain, and we keep this up until nothing remains. The world keeps spinning, poor get poor, rich get rich, the good die young. Shots pop, chicks get hit, death is surround us. You can't escape the angel when he calls. Your days are numbered, don't you waste them all. And time keep ticking, with the hand of God I write my vision, hoping my family can go and make a lifestyle with it. Your pain come with a story, you could beat your issue, but if you kill yourself today, you gon' take it with you. Live longer, we here for what we here for.
What you here for?
The story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer. I just gotta live longer. Who am I? I'm just passing by with the wisdom from the one. Don't you forget it. You were sent on this mission to bear witness. Humanity tripping, right and wrong inside the pot, they mixed it. Kill a kid with a gun, shoot him down in his kitchen. Kill a kid in the womb, they gon' tell you it's different. You should ask, what's life? The burden you carry is to observe. In a place where you get nailed to a cross, speaking the word. Take laws, break laws, who really protect it? In God we trust, who really respect it? This America race to the finish line, black and white, who supreme? 60 shots, knee to the neck. Yeah, it's hard to breathe, you crying for peace, trying to release anger, you hanging your head down in defeat, cause you see your people in need. Who are we? Questions we avoid, not to get destroyed. For the pleasures we enjoy, we ain't making noise. You see us struggling, lack of understanding of our nature. The way we truly are is not the way they take us. Dealing with scars that the last generation gave us. Parents create us, but they can't save us. Some sleeping in a slumber, they'll never wake up. For the sake of everything good, I'd save them all if I could. Listen clear, be aware, your pain come with a story. Don't forget to leave it here, live longer. We here for what we here for.
What you here for?
Got the story to tell. I don't know where my story gon' end, but if I wake up, I'll do it again. I just gotta live longer.
Do it again. Do it again.
I just gotta live longer. Lonely roads get more lonely, no friends. Your shadow, your only homie. I can sympathize for the weary, though your eyes getting teary. Survive, you still alive when the eyes looking scary.
That's right. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Kum yashala. Let me know if I can be heard in the chat. Let me know if I can be heard in the chat. Let me know if I can be heard in the chat. No sound? Give me 1 second. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Let me know if I can be heard in the chat. Let me know if I can be heard in the chat. Some people saying low, some people saying good. Low, good, which one is it? Which one is it? All good, all good. Hallelujah. Ashar Shabbat. Welcome to another Sabbath class with Sons of Thunder Israelites. My name is Yahweh All Ban Yahweh, the lead instructor of Sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. I serve with great pleasure to be a part of this organization and body. All right. Tonight's class is called Religion Must Serve Us and Not the Other Way Around. If y'all are coming from that camp video, you understand the message and you ready to get into it. We are in a tough situation as a people. We are in a difficult situation as a nation. Our people are off task. Our enemy is completely focused. We have no banner. And we got to prioritize. As a what? As a nation. We got to prioritize. So the message that I'm bringing you is catered so that you can bring it to your children, husbands, so that you can bring it to your wives when you sit down with them. Okay, we coming right out of the Day of Atonement. We're going right into Feast of Tabernacles. All right, I'm looking forward to setting up my tent in the backyard. And then I'm looking forward to feasting with y'all. And those of you that have handled your business and bought your tickets, and y'all are going to be with us at our private location out here in Georgia. Okay? I'm excited for this. Get your notepads. I'm giving you an opportunity. Get your notepads. Open that $1,000 smartphone you got in your pocket and open up notes. I'm going to give you some names. I'm going to give you some ideas. I'm going to give you a call to action tonight. Because we got a nation, and I plan to lead as much as I can. Brothers say what they want to say about me. You can say what you got to say. I'm going to answer the call that the Most High God, supreme of the universe, has given. As he looked down at this earth, and he looked, who is going to go for me? I answered and said, I am, send me. I'm going to go. And my captain's with me. Things going to be a lot different. You can say the Holy Spirit done touched the man. You can say what you want to say. Things is going to be a lot different. I look forward to seeing y'all at camp. Come back to camp. We're going to put it in the chat. Come back to camp. Make our physical protest in the street, make it real again. Come back to camp. Show yourself on the Sabbath that you stand with the brothers, because that's what we're doing. We protesting using the Bible, that God's laws must govern our people. Come back outside. You're getting lax. All the teaching has come to this moment. This is the final form of your brother Yahweh. This is your final form of your brother Yahweh. We got enemies. They're not covert anymore. They're getting in military vehicles. They're not getting just your Hispanic brothers anymore. They're going into the projects in your black communities, and they beating the doors down, and they handcuffing women and children. You have no politician that's black saying anything. You got no celebrity that's black saying anything. You got no sports athlete with a microphone and a platform willing to say anything. He want to drive home in that Lamborghini, and he want to spend that money in the strip club without problems. This is the furthest we ever been in the future, and your people are as lost as they have ever been, even though information is right there. You got to come back to camp. The brothers is the only people that got the knowledge. This Sunday, we will be doing community outreach with our brothers from the Nation of Islam. We will be building with those brothers this Sunday. Sons of Thunder Israelites continue to push forward to connect our people to what? A nation. That solidarity that we trying to put together. Until they take me off here, I'm going to dedicate my life to this. I'm asking you to come back to camp. Don't mistake your ability to go to the supermarket, to order from Amazon, to order from DoorDash, to drive around in your foreign car, to wear your gold chain and your fancy shoes as freedom. You got enemies out here, and they're about to make the move of the century. They hate you with a perfect hatred. And they have been waiting for a time for you to let your guard down. For the world to lose their sympathy for their inhumanity towards you. Because the whole world hate niggas now. The whole world is indifferent to the Native American Indian. They don't give a damn about Gad and Reuben now. The whole world is insensitive to the Hispanic now. They don't care about you. You are a lost community. Your history is lost to my Hispanic brothers who have, where are you? I've been calling you. I've been asking the mighty Hispanic brothers in the Hebrew Israelite truth to stand up and teach. Where are you? Judah got to do everything. Oh, Joel, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't talk about Ephraim like that. It's strong. I know one Ephraimite that kicked doctrine. That's powerful. One. Oh, you gotta look hard. That's the point. Why I gotta look hard? Where's the powerful Gadite? Teaching Gadite history strong. That's a Hebrew Israelite, bringing it out powerful. Representing for Yahushua, our Messiah. Understanding that Judah is the top tribe and repping that. And showing his people that the black man is his brother. Where is that Gadite? I challenge you, if you in this truth, to stand up. Because white people from all over the world are showing solidarity together. You got a white South African with more money than the earth has ever seen, dedicated to misinformation and white propaganda, helping his white brothers from every nation maintain their supremacy. We're not going to compete with that, but we God's chosen people and we the top nation. I challenge you. Oh, you so focused on your elder. You so focused on your camp colors. You'll do anything for your banner and your flag for your individual camp. What you doing for your nation? You get on these apps, you get on this YouTube, and you talk about your brothers like trash on the street, but you ain't competing with the white man with that veracity. You just want to collect all the Israelites you can and make sure everybody knows you the top camp. Well, wait a minute. Your enemy, he laughs at you. You the ass of the joke. Sons of Thunder got a whole different focus. I don't care what camp you in. You want to stand with us? Come on, brother. You got a difference in doctrine? Come on, brother. You heard what I said? You got a difference in doctrine? Come on, brother. You believe we the chosen people? You believe we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments? We can build. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. You heard what I said? I don't care what your elders said in 1991. I'm done caring about that. I'm getting old. I don't care about that no more. I've learned that your elder ain't going to pick up the phone for me and have no audience with me anyway. So why do I care what he thinks? It's time to build this nation a new way and to push y'all to the side. Y'all want to be a private social members only club in the corner? Go have your members only club in the corner and brag about what you're doing over there. And we're going to build this nation in totality and be something that you have never seen before because Yahweh going to be with us. The white man is not trying to be a private God to his own collective Israel. He wants global domination. The real God told me that the earth was made for my sake. So when I approach this truth, I approach it globally. I don't approach it, what can I do to make Sons of Thunder better than these other guys? We done with that. And we done with your old ways. That old time stuff, that's out of the way. And if you on that timing, close the video and go over there and be with that. and circle jerk with that. We don't care about your opinions and your judgments no more. That's outdated now. Our enemy is too strong for us to play that game with you anymore. You're obsolete. Look at this.
Of the world's problems. This is insane. So now Elon Musk is deleting people's tweets who point out FBI-proven data about white people committing.
And we should just rip all his epistles. We should just rip all his epistles.
Don't tell me it didn't play no audio. In the chat, could y'all hear that audio? I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that. I want y'all to hear that audio. I'm going to jump over. I'm going to jump over to another stream because I only stream from the StreamYard because I can use the HD camera. I'm going to jump over to another streaming service so I can play you that audio. You got to hear what this Edomite is saying about Elon Musk and what he's purposely doing to keep the white man's supremacy, using all of his power. He not separating himself. And as long as we're thinking separate like that, we are losing at every turn. We're losing. That's why your religion must serve you and not the other way around. Some of you are serving your religion in this truth. Some of you exist to serve your religion in this truth. Some of you exist to serve your camp in this truth. Your camp's supposed to serve you. It's supposed to serve your what? Your nation. Now, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking at the chat. Let me go over to the chat. Somebody said yes. Two videos was playing at once. Okay, so y'all can hear it. So y'all can hear it. But that's not a problem for me. That wasn't a problem for me. As long as y'all can hear it. I couldn't hear it as it was playing. The crosstalk is going to stop as the video advances. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second as I upload it without the crosstalk. Give me 1 second. Let me do this.
Beat money.
Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, keep me in the palm of your mighty hands. Father, don't let me fall. Far as excuses, know you heard them all. Could've ignored me, but you heard my call. And you refused to let your servant fall. You know that rolling, keep on calling. Every now and then I get withdrawals. Man, they hit different when your sins are center of it all. Have you forgiven about that time you violated laws? And you needed Abba to forgive you, he forgave it all. That's why I pray that you remember me for memories that made you smile and not the ones that made you judge the least. Father, I pray that when you raise up out that judgment seat, that you see it fit for me to reign with you above the beast. But at the least, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, even if I fall, I know he in charge. The great shepherd of the sheep, I know he hear my voice. He gave me life for death, for real, I don't deserve a choice. Took all of those things that was against me, then he made it void. I say, yeah, how was shine? Follow me down these wicked roads, don't let that drama slide. Cause it's been written on them scrolls right when they prophesied. And it don't matter how it goes, you never left my side, even though I should've died. Why? But your grace is sufficient. Look how you took my wicked mind and then replaced what's missing. Look how you took my spirit blind and then you gave me vision. Even though I was out of line, I refused to listen. You gave me wisdom. That's why all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah. All of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah.
Yo, I haven't heard that in a minute. It was good. It was good. It was actually good to hear that. That actually relaxed the brother. I was hyped, but my fury came right back as I realized what I gotta play for y'all. It's processing right now to the final form without that crosstalk. Because I just want to make sure that it's clean for y'all. Talking about Elon Musk, this is supposed to be one of the greatest mind of all human beings on the planet Earth. And all he's focused on is white male supremacy. We need a leader. I volunteer. I ain't following y'all with all the hell with that. Okay, nigga, don't follow me, but I volunteer. Come hell or high water, I'm not going to abandon you, Israel. Look at this.
Elon Musk is deleting people's tweets who point out FBI proven data about white people committing crimes. This is farther proof that he does not care about free speech whatsoever. He cares about pushing his own narrative. So here's what got deleted. She says, despite making up only 28% of the USA population, FBI data shows that white men are 55% of kidnappers, 56% of rapists, 58% of mass unalivers, and you get the point. There's the rest of it. She says this tweet got deleted without any explanation whatsoever. It's because Elon doesn't want us to see the truth. For those who don't follow him on Twitter, he is constantly posting about how black people are committing crimes against white people and that white people are oppressed. Here's the issue. These numbers are coming from official FBI data, so it's not an opinion, it is a fact, and Elon Musk is actively suppressing the truth. This should worry all of us. Elon Musk claimed to take over Twitter because he wanted to spread the truth and free speech. Everyone should be able to say whatever they want, but that's not been the case at all. In reality, he's the one that's getting to pick and choose what gets to stay on his platform and what doesn't, and obviously he's choosing the stuff that fits his own narrative. People have the right to see this data and know the truth and not be brainwashed by racist people on Twitter thinking that black people cause all of the world's problems. This is insane.
I didn't say that. That was a white boy. That was a white boy that said that. I didn't say that. That wasn't your black Hebrew. You know, they put 19 Ks on it. That wasn't your black Hebrew Israelite that said it. That was a white boy that said it, telling you that white people is that evil and do all of those things. And Elon Musk said, wait, time out. You're not using my platform to say that. No. Delete that tweet. Now, you can make up any lying stat about niggas you want to make up, but don't you put that on X, even though X was supposed to be all about free speech, and that's why I bought it. But don't you use your free speech to incriminate white people. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. No. Why do you think he's doing that? Because he is loyal to his agenda. When are we going to be loyal to our agenda? I want to be scary. I want people to say, oh, this guy's a little aggressive. I don't feel safe. I want you to say that about me. I want you to be a hypocrite and talk to this guy who never did violence to nobody and call me scary because I'm commanding your attention when there's people that's actually violent and you refuse to call them scary. I want you to be that hypocrite so the Lord can be against you. When are we going to be on task? We focus on the wrong thing. Hebrew Israelites, we focus on the wrong thing. Your religion got to serve you, not the other way around. Some of y'all serve your religion. If you're not a drone for whatever organization you in to do and act and move exactly as they say, they destroy your reputation. Don't they? And that's why you're so scared of them. And that's why you can't watch my classes, even though I make a lot of sense. And that's why you can't speak to other brothers when you see them in the street. And that's why when you know that novice teacher they got up there that saying something ludicrous like Deacon was showing earlier today, and that ain't make no sense, what Deacon was bringing out about what them brothers were saying, and he was showing their foolishness, and we all seen it in real time, but they got a classroom full of people, and you know that don't make no sense, but you still going along with it. Because you serve the body, and the body not serving you. You're just happy to be there. And that's all of our brothers in Christianity too. All of our brothers in Christianity the same way. Philip Anthony Mitchell got up there and said, this is not a black church. Okay, I need to leave. Philip Anthony Mitchell got up there and said, this is not a black church. Okay, Skippy, I need to leave. I don't want to go to a church that's not a black church. I want to go to a church that says this is a black church. Black people safe here. Otherwise, why am I worshiping and bringing my babies here? You never thought about it like that, did you, Pam? You know why you said it's not a black church? Because you want your white constituency to be happy. Because you're teaching them. Black people, we just follow any damn thing. White people doing it, I want to do it. Black man in front. Oh, this is not a black church. And then you know what he followed it with? I got two sisters, black as night, married to white men. Just like, so basically what you're saying is your sisters didn't marry their own men and chose another race of man. And that's your anecdotal evidence of why you don't care about your own skin color. That's a stupid teaching. And ain't nobody in that church, and none of his deacons, or I don't know how his order is set up, nobody gonna stand up and go, hold on, bro, you ain't need to say that. That ain't make no sense. Keep that to yourself. It's another way to go about that. Actually, it's offensive what you saying. No, black people not allowed to be offended. When we offended, we being victims. White people are the only people that can be offended. We the only people, when we offended, we victims. When we offended, we complaining. Sons of Thunder is a black church. Sons of Thunder is a Hispanic church. Sons of Thunder is a Native American church. Your babies and your wives is safe here. How about that? That's what we need to normalize. Where's the black school? Huh? That I can send my babies to where they can go to school and they don't have to deal with microaggressions from no teacher calling them a monkey while singing happy birthday. Did you see that this week? That Edomite test, she snuck that in there, and that black baby ain't know what was going on. She mocked him and put it on so that her conservative friends can laugh. And she can act like, what? I'm just singing happy birthday to him. And if you say something, oh, you're too easily offended, I'm just singing happy. No. I'm representing the type of, see how I'm talking? I don't want to have to talk like this. I want a leader that talk like this. And then I looked in the mirror and the mirror said, nigga, you got to do it. Ain't nobody coming to save you, Joel. You old. You got to do it. I came off that fast, something changed. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for brothers to respect me. They ain't never gonna respect me. I'm waiting for the honor of, well, sometimes I sit and I go, I'm waiting for Israel to go, Joel study a lot. The information he bringing out, I think it's time to give him some respect for how hard he studies. Y'all ain't gonna do that. Y'all ain't even respect damn Jesus. The hell would you respect me for? I command my respect. Don't come around me without no respect. Don't gather with my organization if you ain't gonna come with no respect. Don't come to my feast day if you ain't gonna come with no respect. Stop coming empty-handed around my feast days. Stop coming with no damn donations, eating up all the damn food around my feast days. Stop coming to our gatherings where we happy and jovial and you bringing up something stupid, questioning what we doing, man. How about that? Now you're gonna deal with the teeth. That jolly is over. It's time for a leader. And my captain's with me, or they're not gonna be with me. And my soldiers with me, or they're not gonna be with me. Because black people, we at a time in the world where we have no leadership at no level. Everybody bought and sold. Now everybody want to be a damn black conservative. That's the cool. We know, we run with fads. We go with fads. Everything that's cool, that what we want to do. We looking for a new wave. We want to be with the wave. That's why your kids in 100-degree weathers got on a damn bubble coat and a baklava shiesty. They call it the shiesty, and that nigga's in jail. And your kids want to dress like that. We just followers, right? Now we want to be black conservatives. It's cool to get up there and act like slavery and civil rights wasn't no big deal. And black history wasn't as bad as it was. And white people got some type of good point when they talk. Now it's cool for white people to make an exposition of the problems in the black community like they on the ground and they dealing with the problems. What? Like they don't have to have no respect. Like they don't have to watch their fat mouth when they talk about what we're going through. While they driving tanks through your neighborhoods, putting handcuffs on innocent people. Because you weak Ephraimites and you weak Issacharites. I don't even want to call it to you. Y'all didn't even speak up, man. Y'all didn't even speak up. They had your children in space blankets, in cages, and ain't none of y'all speak up. Judah had to do it. Where was your civil rights leaders, huh? But you got a fat mouth to speak against the black man, you Hispanics. And you Native Americans, you're not a part of our history. We don't feel like black people should be commenting like they're a part of our history. We were a sovereign nation. We don't feel like slaves were a part of. Shut the F up, man. Shut up. White man just built a pipeline through your sacred burial ground, ass, jackass. Which one of them Gadites? I'm calling you Gadite loosely because you don't even know that's what you are. Which one of you Native American civil rights leaders opened your fat mouth? What's his name? Black man got to do it from somewhere. We got to do everything. And we get no respect. And who's your leader? It's boiling down to the Hebrew Israelites is all you got left. Because the black church is finished, man. The black church is finished. You used to could look to your left hand and say, that's a strong brother that stand up. He don't know the truth, but that's a strong brother that stand up. You used to could look to your right hand and go, he don't know the truth, but that's a strong brother that stand up. Where they at now? Now everybody want to be a damn black conservative with a MAGA hat on, following after Kanye. Where's Kanye at? Where's he at now? Where's Puffy at now? Okay? White man showed you what he thinks of them. And now we surrounded by these bootlickers calling themselves black conservatives, annihilating the 400 years of history that our forefathers fought and bled for. And when I say bled, they backs whipped open, they bodies mutilated for us to breathe the air. And that history is being destroyed by white men in suits because they don't want their children remembering that so that they can feel good about it. You know, the white man is so damn weak. You so weak, man. You so weak that you so weak that you know that nobody likes you, that you want to rewrite history so you can make yourself the good guy. Because if you was as strong, they get on social media and we created everything. The black man never made nothing. You guys are always holding us down. We don't have to live like this. You're a bunch of complainers. You stole everything. And you so weak, you can't live with yourself, so you want to rewrite history and make yourself the good guy. That's the weakest shit I ever seen in my life. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. We're going to get to the Bible. Excuse my language. This is my face. You so weak. You scared of me. You scared of me. You've been scared of me my whole life. You were scared of me in corporate America. You were scared of me. You ain't want to compete with me. You ain't want to compete with me on fair playing ground. They had to cheat the game. They had to make affirmative action and DEI just to give black people jobs. We caught you though. Did you see the sister? Did you see the sister that made the fake LinkedIn account and she made herself white with the same credentials and the same posts and all the same information, and they blew her damn account up? They didn't even ask the sister to do the interviews. They was offering her the job. They call it a corporate catfish. She got the same stuff on her black LinkedIn that she got on her white LinkedIn. She made an AI version of herself that's white. They was offering her the job without the interview, just looking at her credentials to show they not giving me the job because I'm black. And this fool Charlie Kirk said that's not happening in America. And you got me feeling sorry because he's dead? And I gotta feel sorry? Y'all so weak and scary. You so weak you can't live with yourself that you gotta be the good guy. You can't say, yeah, we conquered and took everything and we would have done it again. No, now I gotta rewrite history so I'm the good guy, so I can feel good. So my grandbabies don't think grandpa's the bad man. That's how weak you are. I refuse to let my children believe that you are some type of sympathetic hero. I'm going to tell them the truth. But how you going to tell them the truth if you don't have the education? You niggas know the words to every Future song, and he ain't even saying words. He's mumbling. But you don't know your inventors. You don't know your great minds. You don't know the Bible. You don't know your history. Them niggas lost their minds when you was trying to pull down Confederate statues, and Confederates was the enemy. Confederates were the bad guys. They lost their mind when you pull down Confederate statues. Now they pulling down the history of slavery. But re-erecting the Confederate statue, tell me this is reality. You won't stand against me. None of you devils. None of you devils will stand against me. You go back in my history. What's that black guy? Sometimes Tazariak will sit with him. He's a black conservative, bald-headed, real dark-skinned dude. He always says that black people make fun of him. He loves white people. Tommy Sotomayor. You go back in my archives. I talked to Tommy Sotomayor back in 2018, 2019. He wished death on me. I talked to Tommy Sotomayor for 20 minutes. After talking to me for 20 minutes, Tommy Sotomayor said, I hope the KKK comes to where you teach and they kill you. Who remembers that? Who remembers that?
You're scared to stand against me. Y'all don't want to talk to me. That's why when we look up and down the street at camp, you Christians don't even come, because y'all can't deal with this truth that comes out. Because the Most High got a fire in me, man. The Holy Spirit, the tongues of fire, you might not see it, but it's there. It's there. We refuse to bow and kneel and kowtow and bootlick to get ahead, man. The Most High gonna give me everything I want. And I said that. I serve the true and living God, supreme sovereign over the whole universe. He will destroy all my enemies, and I will bathe in the blood of the wicked, like it says in the Psalm. I fear none of you. I go to bed at night, sweet. I'm not scared of none of you. Because you're at the end of the day, you're a coward. You need a CIA and an FBI, and you got to come together and collude to destroy men that the Lord is dealing with, because you're a coward, because you can't do it the right way. You want credit for being great, but you ain't great. And you ain't going to be great. It's not in you. I'm sorry. These black conservatives, it's the new wave. It's what it's like, this is the new, now this is what we got to be now. This is what we got to be, we got to be the anti-black. If y'all remember, Amanda was talking to 20 black conservatives, and they're disgusting, racist against black people talking points. And that's the way to be progressive, is to be racist against black people. For white people to accept you, you think these white people love you when you act like that? They disgusted by you. The white people love competition. The real white man that you want to be like your hero, because they make heroes out of the white man. They love a warrior. You serve a purpose for them, so they're going to pat you on your head, but you really disgust them. And I ain't had the stomach for this. And then the Lord said, gird yourself up like a man. I gave you the idea, nigga, and you're going to keep doing it. And I don't care if you don't like it. And that brings me to another episode of the damn Coon Files, man. Ain't no way around it. Listen to this.
The argument that slaves didn't get paid is the stupidest argument ever. They're slaves. Slaves don't get paid for their work. Their payment is survival, meaning they get fed and they get housed and they work. That's their payment. Now, if you want to say slavery is wrong, then okay. But you cannot act like a slave deserves to be getting paid a fair wage. Then they wouldn't be a slave. These people were slaves. It was a legal process. We disagree with it today. We think it's barbaric today, but slavery was legal. And so you don't owe people who were slaves anything. As a gesture to generations from slavery, you can give people money to get a leg up in society where they have been made whole, but you can't act like slaves deserve a living wage. They were actually slaves, and people actually had to spend money to purchase them and provide for them and do all the other stuff that is necessary to keep human beings alive. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you what it is. And to make the argument that did they get paid for what I wish the young man, it's kind of hard to do this on the spot, but the young man should have said slaves don't, that is a moot point. That's a straw man argument. Slaves don't get money. They're slaves. That's like saying the people in prison, but you're in prison, bro. You don't get a chance to work and do things. You're in prison. You don't somehow, if you get let out, you get reparations for being in prison. You were in prison. And black people have gotten many programs and handouts that supersede reparations by far. Affirmative action. That's a form of reparations. All the other stuff that black people get. You get benefits of being a black-owned business. I mean, all of these different things that black people get, that's a form of reparations. And anyway, I could keep going. I mean, here you go. Somebody said you are wrong, slaves were paid. Yes, some slaves were paid, right? Harriet Tubman had a job. She was able to work and be a slave, and she was married. Harriet Tubman was not not getting paid. I mean, so there are some people that were slaves that weren't getting paid, right? You're not going to get paid as a slave. You have nowhere to spend the money. You are somebody's property. So there were slaves that were not getting paid. The payment was feeding you and keeping you alive. Then there were our slaves that could go and work and make a living for themselves. So you could say that. Then there were some slaves that, you know, you owned them, but they could live on their own and do other stuff like that. Like Harriet Tubman, she was married to a man that was free and they lived together. Make that make sense. So she would go to work. She would come home. Her husband would go to work. He would make money. But she, by law, was a slave to this guy. And eventually she would have been made free. Some of her family members had been made free. Maybe her husband could purchase her freedom. So it's dynamic. Not everybody was on a plantation picking cotton. You know, there were some people that were slaves, like today. The service industry is almost like slavery in some cases, where a person is serving. So some of these people were slaves to serve. But anyway, wrote a clip.
At home playing video games.
Of the black
Where are
community-
you getting?
That dude is an officer. He's a police officer. I believe so. If I got the correct information. Or a former officer, if I got the correct information. He's a black conservative that goes to college campuses and debates children, 16 and 17 years old. And he's a Zionist. He licks the boots of so-called white Jews. He said he had a good time over there when he was getting spit on. And he had a Jesus is Lord shirt on. And we know that's white Jesus. Jesus that he's talking about. And that guy represents millions of niggas that are becoming like that. He compared slavery to working in the service industry. Your history is going to become that if you don't take the mantle to teach your children the truth of how they got here and how strong their forefathers were to survive the brutality of the creatures that called themselves humans, that treated them that way. The subhuman creatures. Let me tell you this. Esau, you can't make it nowhere if we got a do-over. Esau, you can't make it nowhere if we got a do-over. If Northern Kingdom got another chance to see you get off them boats, some of them gonna say these are the gods from our legend. Come to visit us. We killing them niggas. We killing them niggas. And then we're gonna retreat into the woodland. And we're gonna let you get off the boat. And then we're gonna let you start docking your boats. And then we're gonna let you build your ramparts. And then we're gonna let you start setting up shop. And then we're gonna let you start taking everything off your boats and bringing it onto the land. And when your chaplain comes off the boat and he starts blessing everybody, that's the first one that's gonna get that arrow right here in the neck. Boop. That's one. And then when y'all start scrambling, where them arrows came from, everybody coming out the woodland. And all of y'all done on that beach. And then we're going to take your boats apart and we're going to make a monument to destroying your ass. That's how you going to get done. So the conquest of the Americas ain't never going to happen because they're going to think the conquistadors and Amerigo Vespucci, they're going to think y'all fell off the edge of the earth. They never going to know what happened to the explorers. Never. In the Etruscan hills and the Minoan valleys, y'all never, ever going to set up Rome. That ain't never going to happen. Because it took us and our sympathy, indigenous people's sympathy, the goodness in us to welcome you in all over the earth. And that's how you got power. And you used that to destroy everywhere you went. That's your history. And if you got a do-over, you wouldn't be able to do it nowhere. But I'm living, it's too late. It's too late. All the buffaloes dead. They done extincted millions of animals. Your people was made slaves. Same thing with Africa. Ham was over there having tribal warfare. Hey, we getting it in. Ham versus Ham. They don't know what's going on. Ham think he having a hell of a battle. Ham took down Ham. Ham said, I won. I take the spoil of war. I got the other tribe in chains. And here comes the white man chopping down trees with his machete. He feel like he discovered something. Oh my God. Ham sitting there drinking blood out of a cow skull. He see the white man. White man is parched. He need water. But just the goodness in Ham, seeing the white man, that sympathy. He want to talk. He want to reason. White man say, I got this boomstick. It's a musket gun. I give you this. You'll subdue your enemies faster. Look what it can do. And this is called wine. I'll trade with you. Give me your prisoners. Ham said, I don't care. Umbutu. Umbubukuku. Take them. Give me that. Give me that. Shoot all his bullets out. Can't use the gun. Drink all the wine, laying on the floor, farting. Esau come back with an army and take all you niggas. But how does he tell it in history? Well, the black man sold slaves, and I just happened to be there, and we were buying them. I mean, you guys were selling each other. That ain't how it went. The slave trade was a business. It had insurance. It lasted 400 years. The first slave was a Native American brought back from the Americas, and he was put in a zoo in Spain. You know that? That was the first transatlantic slave. Before that, the Arabs coming into the bush. You Arabs, y'all would have been done too. Coming into the bush. He got his Quran and his Islam. He discovered the Africans minding their business, and he did the same thing and mass converted millions of black Africans to Islam and brought slavery to Africa. And a white man followed behind that institution. And they try to make it like Africans sold Africans and rewrote history. They did it once already. They'll do it again. Now, slaves had jobs. According to this nigga, slaves had jobs. Some of them could work. Harriet Tubman had a job. No, she didn't, you stupid idiot. You read Harriet Tubman's memoirs, she never had a job. She never got paid a wage, ever. He tells half-truths that he learned from white men, which they tell him to absolve them from blood guilt that their fathers have on the human trafficking violations and the worst human civil rights violation of all time, and what they did to our fathers, the Israelites in America. And he's the product of their education. All niggas will become that if you don't teach your children. It's not just he's an idiot and we got to prove to him he don't know history. He is what they want to make you. And then when the white man got all of you docile, the genocide will happen. Mark my word. But somebody got to teach it. Somebody got to teach it. But see, we're too busy bickering with each other. It's much more important things. You know? We're too busy bickering with each other. That guy's an officer. Can you imagine if I'm at a traffic stop with some with some of the creatures, you know, the subhumans, and they acting out their snuff fantasies on me because there's no one around and they want to violate my human rights, and they upset that I'm well spoken and smarter than them, and they want to get out their satanic fantasy on me, and I'm not making it easy for them, and he's around, I'm gonna look to him like, brother, you see them trying to manufacture a reason to harm me. Help me, sir. That nigga would let them do whatever they wanted to do to me. So he's pretending like he's some type of altruistic person. He would let them do whatever they wanted to do to me. I ain't your brother. That's the first thing he would say. I ain't your brother. He'd probably drive away from the scene. And we got to live on a planet with millions of these people. You're not going to be able to convert them. What you have to do is teach your own and combat them. It's like a sickness in your body. You're not trying to turn the virus into something good. You're trying to combat it. You need antibodies. You're not trying to turn the virus in your body into good cells. You're trying to overpower them. And it comes with a change of the mind, man. And my mind has been changed. My mind has been changed. I'm disgusted that I'm trapped on an earth with creatures like this. So I'm supposed to surrender my worldview because there's a black guy who owns slave. You know, that's some of his rhetoric that he teaches to the children at your college campus. Do you know the first black slave? I'm gonna teach you something today. I'm gonna get educational. We're gonna get educational, right? Let me pull up some info I got for y'all. Here's some things that he'll say to you, right? Because I told y'all to get y'all notes, and this is something that you could grow from, right? That dude, he's an absolute moron. He teaches college students that the first slave owner in America was a black man. Now, what is that supposed to mean when he teaches that? He's against reparations. Why? Why would he be against reparations? Because his handlers are against it, and he wants to endear himself to them, right? So if master don't like it, I don't like it. And master pays my bills. So master, I don't like what you don't like. Well, my master is God, and I don't like what he likes. And oppression maketh a wise man mad. So he has all these elegant arguments against reparations. He says, if you gave every black person who was by family affected by slavery, most likely the country would have to pay close to 30 or 40 trillion dollars. Because let's say each black person who was a descendant of a person affected by slavery got $100,000, the government would have to pay out $1 trillion, 40 to 30 trillion dollars. He says that would bankrupt the country, which are not his handlers' interests. Now, me, I don't care. Figure it out, America. You figured out how to give the soldiers of the Israeli army health care, while we don't have it in America. Americans don't have free health care, but the soldiers in the Israeli army have it, and America pays for that. You bailed out the treacherous executives of Wall Street who were literally stealing. You gave them all golden parachutes. You found the money for that. But they were just failed businessmen. But you didn't bail out the businessmen who lost all their businesses during COVID. You just wrote some stimulus checks. But everybody got that. Those weren't bailouts, but you had bailouts for Wall Street. It seems like when it's white people and that they're of a certain caste, what do I know? So he makes this argument that the first slave owner, legal slave owner in America was a black man, right? He's talking about a dude named Anthony Johnson, who happens to be from Angola, which is funny because one of the young men that was arguing with Amanda on a 20v1, the black conservative, he was from Angola, and he had some racist talk. I just found that humorous. I just found that as a humorous coincidence. But do you know the truth of that situation? This is in the 1600s. Slavery had already been going on for 200 years, right? In America. The Portuguese already been doing this. This is a guy who was a slave. He wasn't a slave. He was an indentured servant. So he came over under a different auspice when he came to the United States. An indentured servant is a person who, either due to debt or crime, you have to work for somebody for a certain period of time. And then after that time period is done, your restitution has been paid through labor. And now you're free. A chattel slave is someone who's born into slavery, and no amount of work will free you. You're basically cattle. You're subhuman. You're property, right? So Anthony Johnson is a different. Look him up. He's a whole different scenario. Now Anthony Johnson, right? Or sometimes they call him Antonio the Negro. Anthony Johnson worked for a dude named Edward Bennett on a plantation. And there was the Indians fought Edward Bennett and attacked his plantation and killed 52 of the settlers. And he got wounded, right? And that's in local records. Okay. So it's like he helped fight against the Indians and endeared himself to whites, if you understand. So by the 1630s, because he came over in like the 1615. I don't want to be wrong. Let me look it up. 1621. So by the 1630s, his indentured servitude was over, right? He had a wife and everything. So he had a servant named John Casser when he went on to, work, and he had land, and I think he received a land grant from the plantation owner, when that guy died, he inherited some acres. Okay. There was like a system called the headright system. These are my notes. And it allowed him to become a landowner, right? And he had a servant named John Casser. Now remember, this dude was never a slave. He was never a chattel slave. So he wasn't getting whipped and picking cotton and facing the subhuman conditions. He was more like what you would call a house Negro. He was an indentured servant, right? So when he got his land, he had his own servant named John Casser. And when that indentured servant's time was up, Anthony wouldn't let him go. He behaved like the white settlers around him and tried to make John into a chattel slave. So that lets me know that, number one, history is not recording Anthony like me. Anthony was probably biracial and got deference by being fair-skinned, and that allowed him to be treated differently. He could pass, but he was not. He was probably like an octoroon or something like that. He was not completely. It wasn't completely obvious that he wasn't white, but you knew he wasn't white, and that allowed you certain rights in antebellum South, right? And that allows you to move a certain way. So he tried to move like slave master when John Casser's time was up as his indentured servant. So Robert Parker, one of his neighbors, took John in and said, no, I know this dude is an indentured servant and he's reached his time and you holding him illegally and he's hiding with me and I'm protecting him. So they went to court over this. Now, this is in colonial America, so it's like the courts are not like, they're not going to the Supreme Court, they're not going to City Hall. This is like a log cabin, bummy whites with powder in their hair. Okay, so Anthony sued the guy who was hiding the black guy. Like, nah, this dude gonna serve me forever. And the whites was like, yeah, that black is going to stay a slave because in 1655, chattel slavery was taking hold in Virginia. And they ruled that servant shall be his slave for life. And this is the significance is this is the first legal recognition of a lifetime slave in an English colony. So that's not being taught to you in university. Like, you got to want to know that information. So Officer Tatum will bring that up in debate with a 16-year-old to say, do you know the first legal slave owner in America was a black man? So I don't know why you mad at white people when the first slave owner was a black man. See how he says it? But if you don't know that history, you'll be lost, right? Here's what ChatGPT says, okay? Anthony Johnson began his life as a servant and survived the violent years of the Virginia colony. He acquired land and became prosperous enough to win a legal case, and then he owned a lifetime servant. He's not the first slave owner in America. That's not true. Racialized chattel slavery had long taken hold in America, but he's known as a significant case of legality concerning this phenomenon. So Officer Tatum definitely didn't learn that in high school. He didn't learn that in college. Some white demon taught him that to argue people down, and it's super effective when a black person says something like that. Do you all understand? That's a heavy devil. So now it takes somebody like me to debate him. I have to go, hold on. What's the name of the slave that Anthony Johnson won the legal case over? It doesn't matter. No. Well, you bringing it up, and then I gotta school him on the history of it. But he'll use something like that to argue that, well, you want to be mad, you want to argue for reparation, but black people own slaves. The first slave owner in America was a black man. Now, Anthony Johnson is not a chattel slave owner where he was a part of the transatlantic slave trade. It's not true. He's a guy who used the legal system to turn an indentured servant into a permanent servant. It's not the same. He just took advantage of the racist creature's rules to ruin somebody's life. And you taking that to turn him into a factor in the transatlantic slave trade, the worst human rights violation of all time, that's evil work. And for a black man to do that, and I'm assuming that he might be aware of this history because he probably fact-checked it to make sure he was right about it because he's going to publicly say it. And for you to take that knowledge and to use that to argue down kids, you're a monster. Let's talk about black people owning slaves. There was about 3,700 documented black slave owners. And of the 3,700 documented, you had, get your notes, William Ellison, Marie Coin, John Stanley were significant for operating like white, brutal creatures. You know, they'll whip you, deny you food, treat you like human cattle. See, because he tried to say slaves don't deserve money and pay. They're because somebody had to buy them and like they was some type of inconvenience. This is a human being. That's like somebody kidnap your daughter and they feed her and your daughter don't deserve human rights. This guy's a cop, I believe. I believe Tatum is a police officer. Think about that. He made that argument. The rest of them are in the history books for either their slave master died and them inheriting the land similar to Anthony Johnson and using the freedman status and any wealth they inherited to buy slaves into freedom. That's the way the rest are documented. A majority of black slave owners only own one slave, according to the records, because that's all they could afford. They would buy once, and usually it was a family member that they were buying to freedom. But people like Tatum will say, or other like black pastors will say, well, black people, there were 3,700 black slave owners. You mad at white people? Black people own slaves too. And the Choctaw Indians was the last people to let their slaves go. Hold on, brother. The transatlantic slave trade was a business where white people from multiple nations insured the lives of 70 million people across an ocean. But you need to be able to articulate this. And they don't talk to black history scholars. They're talking to children. And the black history scholars are getting tired. And your politicians, your church pastors are saying stupid stuff like, my sisters are married to white men. And this is not a black church. While wearing Jesus is Lord shirts, saying slaves got paid and they don't deserve money. Making disgusting arguments like that. You're surrounded by people like this. All that's left is your Hebrew Israelite brothers. You know, I know I went on a I know I went on a tangent to bring you that knowledge, but where you gonna learn it at? I felt compelled to teach you that. Like now you know that. Think about how much more you need to know to argue with people who at an institutional level are teaching thousands of kids worldwide. They're in London with this, United States wide, that this is what the actual history is. The next generation of voters is who they aimed at. And they trying to destroy the minds of the youth to be callous towards the lived experience of millions upon millions of innocent black souls who passed through this existence. It's on you to keep not only their memory alive, but their struggle alive. And you got to do that while trying to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. But some people's agenda is my religion and my camp is the most important thing, and my allegiance to that. Or some people is just my political alliance is more important than what I'm talking about right now. While the white man is laughing so hard that I'm even trying to fight, but I got a God with me that got the spirit on me to say these things because we can win and we are going to win. The reason he got me awake at night, staring at the ceiling, saying, "Yeah, well, oh, you can't just learn this. You got to tell Israel this," is because you do need to know this, and it does matter, and it will change things. Going into the future, Sons of Thunder is going to have classes for the youth how to deal with traffic stops when those creatures pull you over. They're not human. They're monsters. And we're going to tell you how to deal with them. We're going to tell you how to deal in the corporate workplace with microaggression when they say certain things to you and how to react to it so that you can keep your job and your sanity. We're going to tell you as students how to deal with your teachers when they disrespect you and they slight you, because they will. We're going to talk to our sports athletes and tell them how to deal with a racist good old boy coaches who's running the sports arenas, who want you to dance for them like a good monkey. We're going to tell you how to deal with that. Just come see us. Our children need that education so that they can, yes, Yahweh got to return. Yes, we got to be in this world, but not of this world. But yes, we got to live too. And that education is important. We got to move through this medium and we got to do it with our sanity. We're going to continue our community outreach to, like I said, we're going to talk to our brothers from the nation on Sunday. I'm taking my strong captains with me, my professional brothers. We're going to go down there and we're going to make peace with our brothers from the nation. We're going to shake some hands. We're going to respect the way that they worship. We're going to talk to them about some issues and see what we agree upon and how we can mobilize together, because black unity is necessary. And I'm going to continue to challenge you, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, and Simeon. I'm going to continue to challenge y'all because we waiting for y'all to stand up. I don't know nothing about Ephraimite history because I don't know who's teaching that. I don't know nothing about Gadite history except what Rudolph Windsor teaches in his books, because where's the Gadite that's teaching that? Priest Zabak taught me my Gadite history. That's where I learned it, because where's the strong Gadite that's teaching it? I'm going to continue to challenge y'all to stand up and become mighty teachers in this truth, because Judah been carrying your flag for you. I got to carry our flag in our history like I did tonight, but I got to carry your flag too. Damn. When they say that you own slaves too, where's the Gadite to stand up and tell the truth about that history? About how the white man used to marry into the Gadite families and murder you the same day so that he could have your land deed because there was oil on your land. And y'all was cooning, marrying whites. thinking that y'all was improving the race. Remember that? So where was y'all at? That ain't a disrespect to the other tribes. That's a call for y'all to stand up. Don't let nobody else teach your history. You teach it. And we're going to grow. And we're going to be stronger as a nation. And we're going to continue to fight this fight until Yahushua returns. And Ephraim and Judah going to come together. And Obadiah 1 and 18 is going to take place. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. You hear me? It's not your religion that you serve. Your religion got to serve you. You brothers in this Christian church that you can't see keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and being militant like this. You cannot see it right now. It's too much. But you know that we know the scriptures, and you know that black people need a Messiah. Build with us. You think if you say we're going to come talk to the Israelites, we from church such and such, you think we're going to turn it into a debate and disrespect you, brothers? Hey, we want to come and do something for the people, and we want the Israelites to mobilize with us. We're going to come do this. You know, we disagree on the doctrine, but we're going to mobilize as oppressed people in America. Can y'all brothers come and bring y'all strength? You think we're going to come with the Bible and the Apocrypha, and we're going to be talking about why y'all don't use the Apocrypha? You think we're going to come like that? We're going to do that behind closed door. Y'all come into this office and we do that. Because I'm going to tell you something. You Christians want to debate when it's an audience, but I'm still the sincere Christians, where you at, that really want to talk about the Bible when it's no audience, like, yo, hold on, it's eating at me. You brothers say we got to keep such and such law. I don't see that in the Bible. Call me, man. We got to talk about this, because the brothers that feel like that, y'all end up joining us. There's a lack of sincerity in these last days. And the brothers that are sincere, y'all just end up joining us. I'm being real. Y'all end up joining us. I'm keeping it a beam. You think we're going to turn y'all away? Our doors are open at SOT. Okay? We're not getting together with the white man. No. Don't even ask. How can I build with you? You can't. But I know y'all right, and my people is evil. Good. But I want to help too. All right, send a donation. See that right there on the screen? Send a donation. Okay? Warn us when they come to kill our leaders. Send us an anonymous tip. That's how you help us. Other than that, my children want to play. And they ain't trying to see y'all. They ain't trying to see y'all. My brother's daughters want to run around. They ain't trying to see y'all. They ain't trying to see y'all. Simple as that. Okay? It's 11 o'clock. We the sons of thunder, man. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer. And the Lord's Prayer say, bring heaven to the earth, man. And heaven is when we dwelling together in unity, brothers. And it starts with a change in the mind. I know this lesson was helter-skelter and it was all over the place a little bit. But my mind is all over the place because we need so many different things. I can't sit still. I love you so much. Hopefully I see y'all at camp tomorrow. But at least let me see you on the prayers tonight. Call the number at the bottom of the screen. Make sure your phone is on mute. Don't mess up the prayers. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer. Somebody going to interpret, and we're going to say it in Hebrew, and a brother going to interpret. We're going to say it in the English. We're going to provoke the Most High to give us the strength and power to endure in these last days, because we got an enemy. We got an enemy, and we're supposed to focus on fighting him, not each other. This camp life is, listen, being in the truth is supposed to serve us. We're not supposed to serve our camp. If we serving anything, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? We're not getting caught up in these labels. We're not camp banging. That's old. We're not doing that no more. That's played out. You know what we doing and what's becoming cool again? Being brothers again. All right? With the spirit and power of the Lord, I bring you this message. Keep your head up in these last days. Don't get weak. Don't get afraid. Don't get scared. All right? Teaching a message like this, you think this is conducive for me? You think they're not watching me? You think I'm not on all types of lists? I could be teaching all types of goofy stuff for views, but I want to teach the real, man. I'm going to see y'all next time. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support the body, you can donate via Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. We are the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved.